I'm Uphill Phil, and today I'm going to be reviewing this beast, the Whyte e-160RS. Okay, so let's talk a bit of tech on the bike then. So the frame itself is an aluminium frame, and we've got 155mm of travel on the rear shock, which is a Fox Float Performance DPS. Fantastic shock, really progressive and very adjustable, but it's also eMTB tuned as well. The fork is a Fox Float 38 Performance, and it's the grip version. It's absolutely fantastic, super sturdy, and again it's eMTB tuned. The motor is Bosch Performance line CX Gen4, and it's a at 85 Nm max torque motor, which it really does give it a lot of power. It's a very sturdy unit, and as you can see in the frame, it's actually been tilted slightly to point upwards to allow the actual battery, which is an internal battery, to come a lot lower, right the way down underneath the motor itself, and that gives the bike amazing agility. It keeps the centre of gravity very low, and the geometry that's coupled with all of that low centre of gravity, it just gives this bike an amazing ability on pretty much any trail. The battery itself is a 625 watt-hour internal power tube battery, and then the Bosch Purion display. So it's got an off setting, so you can actually ride this thing without any power at all. We've then got Eco, Tour, eMTB and Turbo. Guess which one's the fast one? My favourite one, I would go with eMTB or Tour, to be honest. Eco's really nice as well, but for those extra big climbs, eMTB seems to work beautifully. Okay, so the wheels are eMTB specific. So we've got 110mm boost hubs, which are again eMTB specific, and we've got 30mm WTB rims, again eMTB specific. Let's go to the back so you can see the back. So we've got 148 boost on the back as well. So the tyres on this particular bike, we've got the Minion DHR2. It's a 2.4 27.5, and as you can see, we've got the 3 triple compound Max Terra, the tubeless obviously ready, and it's also got the double down. So the double down gives it a much stronger sidewall, and obviously for an eMTB that's absolutely vital. On the front we've got the Minion DHF in a 2.6 form, again 27.5. Again, we've got EXO protection on this one, not on the double down, but it just makes it a little bit lighter on the front. So double down being a little bit heavier, but you're going to get a lot of bigger hits on the back, so it really helps. With the drivetrain, we've got Sram components. We've got the EX1 with a 34 tooth chainring. The cranks are 165mm, so they're long enough to be giving a fair bit of power, but short enough to give that clearance, which helps greatly on those downhills and on those corners. And we've also got X01 rear mech and 12-speed Eagle at the back. Huge gear range, which I believe is about 500% gear range. And then underneath bars themselves, we've got Sram eMTB specific GX shifter. So when we come to the actual stopping power, that's taken care of with the Sram code brakes, which are a 4-pot design. Really progressive, really very manageable brakes, which give you a lot of modulation. We've got a 220mm disc at the front, which is monstrous. Hopefully you can see the actual caliper there. And then at the back we've got a 200mm disc, which again gives mega power. And as I say, the modulation on these brakes is absolutely fantastic, and the power, the stopping power, is immense. Okay, so other components, we've got Whyte grips, which have got this nice little, called waffle grip, which actually gives a lot of comfort for the thumb, an immense grip, which is fantastic. We've got Whyte bars. Let's go around this side so I can see a bit better. So we've got Whyte bars, Whyte specific bars, and a Whyte stem, which is 35mm. This is the large size of the actual Whyte e-160RS, and coupled with that we've got a Crank We've got a Crank Brothers dropper post, which is 150mm of travel. And this is one of the things that I absolutely love: the remote. It's a ball and socket design, which allows you to really custom tune the position, and it's so easy to use. Yeah, I can't rate this high enough. It's an absolutely amazing setup, super smooth, infinite position dropper post from Crank Brothers. Okay, so let's talk geometry. We've got, first of all, let's start with the head angle. So the head angle itself is 64.6 degrees. The seat angle is 76.2 degrees. The bottom bracket height is 332mm, and we've got 442mm chain stays, which gives it amazing climbing abilities. So the front center, 815mm, sorry, and the wheelbase, the overall wheelbase, is quite a long one actually, which makes this bike so very planted and smooth on those downhills, and that's 1257mm. The top tube length is 625mm, and the overall reach is a whopping great big 476mm, which is the most comfortable cockpit. I'm probably 5'10", 5'11" between those two, of average proportions, and that is the most perfect cockpit reach and size of bike. This geometry fits me like a glove. The last thing to mention really is its weight. This is obviously an e-bike. It's obviously got a big engine, a big motor, a big battery, and everything's been uprated for strength, so it's not coming in light. The actual weight is 25.14 kilograms, which is 55.42 pounds. Now initially that's quite heavy, however once you get this thing motoring, you can barely notice the weight. It's lively, it's light, it's nimble. It feels like a normal bike, to be honest. When you're actually going on the downhills, it is so chuckable. So yeah, it's an amazing bike. I'm still going to go with a 9 out of 10 for this, purely and simply because of the fact that the battery, internal battery, is quite awkward to take out if you don't have a charging point in your garage or your shed. You've got to remove the battery. It's doable, but it's just very awkward, and that's the reason why I've dropped it down to 9 out of 10. Other than that, it will be 10 out of 10 every single time. Okie dokie, so that is the end of my review. I'm going to put all the links in the description below for the bike, the Whyte e-160RS. It is absolutely epic. It's the most monstrous trail weapon I think I've ever ridden. I'm not quite ready to go out and buy one myself yet. I've still got power in my legs, but there's so many good things with this bike. I'm kind of more tempted than I actually realised I would be. As I'm sure you're all aware by now, I'm part of an amazing Facebook group called 40 something riders, or FSR MTB. Now, I really want to big up that group because it's the most friendly group I've ever come across. Yes, I'm part of it. I am very biased towards it. Yann is the other part of the group who set it up initially. I'll link you to Yann's channel down below, which is 40 something rider, and I'll also link down below the FSR MTB group, of which we do loads of group rides all over the country. Any age is welcome. We're all just out for the same thing, mountain biking. So if you really fancy it, come and join us, get on one of the group rides and come and enjoy. So if you like what you've seen on this video and you like what I'm doing with the channel, please like and subscribe. Leave some comments down below for this video. Tell me what you think of the bike, and support the channel in any way you can, and I shall look forward to seeing you all on the next video. Take care, shred well. Now, one of the things I wanted to say was a massive thanks to Yann for letting me use his bike, for trusting me with it, and for being such an awesome buddy. Very, very fortunate to have met Yann, and again, I'm going to link you down in the description below with Yann's details for the 40 something riders Facebook group and Yann's YouTube channel as well. So once again, thanks so much for watching. Until next time, stay safe, shred well.
If you want to watch a detailed ride review of the Whyte e-160RS, click on the link above.